Hello friends, Canada is very well known for its amazing healthcare system here that provides all citizens as well as permanent residents with great support for their health. Instead of talking about all the statistics and numbers, how about we make some real life examples? And first of all, for you to know, very importantly, the dental for the teeth, it's not covered by the healthcare. And other things, just like for the eyes, it's just partially covered. However, most of everything else is covered or partially covered. Very important to know. So for you to better understand how the system works here, how about we talk about my short story, how I was sick for 2 years but received amazing support from the Canadian Health Institution and all the different things that I received. But first, today I was just with the dentist and I received one of the fillings. It was 100% covered by the Canadian healthcare system. Also tomorrow I'm getting a filling on my other cheek, and my last wisdom tooth is being taken out because it's bothersome. Also covered by the Canadian healthcare. Is this not amazing? So 2 years ago, unfortunately, I could tell that something was wrong with me. So I went to the doctor. And doctors are covered by the Canadian Health Institution 100%. You can go every day once and this is for free. So my doctor discovered that I have anxiety and anxiety attacks. So he gave me a medication. It was just the lowest base to help me. And it worked for a while. Unfortunately, just a few months later, suddenly I had a bacterial infection in my stomach. But to actually know if it is that or not, I had to go first through tests, blood tests and other tests. Of course, all of them were covered by Canada. After we knew what was wrong with me, we could go to the pharmacy and get a new medication. However, this specific medication was very expensive. Fortunately, we applied and we found out that the medication was actually covered by the Canadian government. However, to apply for it, the pharmacy actually helped me in person to do it. And just on this point, I would love to give a shout out at the pharmacy, the Idlewild pharmacy here in Saskatoon. The people there working are amazing. They have helped me through such a difficult time, and you will never appreciate pharmacists until you are getting very sick. During that time I also had some eye issues with pressure and such. We didn't know what was it, so my doctor referred me to a specialist. I went there, did all the tests, and unfortunately there was nothing wrong, or fortunately, right? I also got my old glasses away and got new ones, and the Canadian government covered most of the costs. Amazing, right? Unfortunately, at this time, my anxiety got worse, so I went back to the doctors and I visited him at this point every month, at least once. So my anxiety got worse, my stomach had issues as well. So my doctor gave me a prescription for an additional medication for my anxiety and stomach tablet, which I had to take. And since then, I'm still taking, all of which was covered to 99%. For each medication I just paid $2. That's it, $2. And you can imagine, it's been now almost two years, all the medications. I'm taking, 4 medications on a regular base, daily base. And if they would have cost me the original price, I wouldn't have been able to pay them myself. Another issue that came up was I had burning sensations and issues with my chest. So to make sure I didn't have any issues, I went suddenly to a doctor. I went to the hospital because it was on the weekend, because it was really feeling off. And they did a scan and nothing was wrong. They couldn't really tell anything. It turned out it was just specific gases and everything that came up and created pain there. However, to make sure everything was really alright, my doctor prescribed that we get an x-ray and scans of my chest and stomach, everything. Again, it was covered by the government. They scanned everything. It turned out they couldn't find anything. Everything was clean. Everything was well, but my lingering issue still went on. Also this time, one of the doctors gave me a small instrument that was measuring my heartbeat the whole time, because they wanted to know if maybe my heartbeat was off. So I was carrying this for 3 days. Again, it was included. Fortunately, it too came out negative. Everything was healthy with my body. In addition to all this, throughout the whole time, I also did blood tests regularly, every month for a few months. to see how the medications work and maybe if something was off in my diet or blood. And everything was okay. So it wasn't the blood test. And again, the blood tests all were included in the healthcare system. Also, this is what we have here in Saskatchewan, in my province and in my city. It's a leisure card, a specific card where when you get it, you can apply for it and just pay it. It's $50 per month and you can go to different places such as getting like for swimming and hot tubbing. Because I'm low income, I received it as well and I've had to force myself to go there to help my stomach getting healthy again. But once again, it was covered and it was covered 100% by the government. At the time of last year, right now, I lost about 35 kilos. I was much thinner. And unfortunately, that caused me, some of my protein to go around in my body, and my gallbladder was completely stuffed with stones. So the stones had to be removed as well. So last year, November, I went for surgery and they took out my gallbladder as well. Again, covered 100% by the government. And it had to be done, otherwise it would have been many more health issues. This is really just a very short part of the 2 years. Through everything I went, there are certainly some things that I didn't cover, that I maybe forgot, some medications and everything. But really it was amazing that the Canada had my back. It was such a terrible time. In fact, it was the most terrible time in my life. And without the help, the financial help of Canada, I couldn't have paid it. I would have to go to my family and friends and ask for money. It would have been a lot of money. So in a sense, without this support, I would be dead right now. And it's not really an overestimation because I was seriously ill for 2 years. I'm still ill. You see sunny weather outside and I'm carrying everything warm because I had again a stomach episode yesterday and I'm sick again somehow. And it takes sometimes a long time to get healthy, and this is the time when you really appreciate if you have a working healthcare system in your country, just as I have here in Canada. And there are only a few countries around the entire world, like Germany, that give you so much support. Right now I really want to take the time, just a moment, and thank everyone, all my pharmacists, my doctors, my family doctor, all the nurses I had to go through and everywhere. They were so amazingly helpful, helped me with everything. When I felt like I would have died and it really was a difficult time, they helped me. And now I'm getting better and better. I'm emotionally getting better. I'm getting my life back again together, and it's just thanks to the government and to all those people. So really thank you so much. And now it's up to you. What do you think? Do you think this is a good investment of government money? Some people might say we should spend it somewhere else, maybe in some drones and some warships. I don't know. But really, what do you think? And maybe had any similar stories like me going through, and what was the result for you? Thank you so much for listening to my personal story, how I lived in the last 2 years, and I hope that you have a great day and stay healthy. Always stay healthy. Goodbye.